Course number 1, the problem with whiplash. Every day, hundreds of auto accidents occur and the occupants are injured. Fortunately, the majority of these injury victims do not suffer fatal injuries. That's the good news. The bad news is, most of the occupants suffer injuries that they may not be aware of or are mistreated by other doctors. The problem with whiplash is that very few people truly understand it. Well-meaning emergency room physicians, general medical doctors, and even many chiropractors do not fully appreciate the extent of injury suffered by these patients. A recent survey found that a significant percentage of family practice and orthopedic physicians question the validity of whiplash. They're not even sure if it's real. Worse yet, these doctors cannot prove to the insurance companies, lawyers, and juries that the injuries are real. The end result is that whiplash victims are given short shrift in terms of poor documentation, inadequate treatment, and low compensation for their injuries. The first thing to realize about whiplash-type injuries is that they are real. The current medical literature is filled with objective research validating this type of injury. Further, the research indicates that injuries can occur at surprisingly slow speeds and sometimes even without much car damage. Next, whiplash injuries can remain hidden for weeks, months, and even years before telltale symptoms emerge. Another fact to realize about whiplash is that it is serious. Even minor accidents can cause significant changes in the delicate nerves, ligaments, muscles, and discs of the neck. At the onset, the problems may seem minor, but given enough time, without proper care, the spine will dysfunction. Eventually, arthritis occurs, and the end result is permanent neurologic damage and loss of overall health. Worse than arthritis, many whiplash accidents can result in mild forms of brain injury known as post-concussion syndrome or traumatic brain injury. This is more prevalent in side impact collisions, but can occur in rear or front-end accidents as well. These concussive injuries often result without hitting the head. Still, other researchers have linked Alzheimer's disease and chronic fibromyalgia syndrome with whiplash-type injuries. Whiplash is indeed a serious health problem. Whiplash must be treated. Contrary to what most insurance company reps will claim, these injuries do not simply go away on their own. Up to 40% of whiplash-type injuries become chronic even with proper treatment. But not all treatments work. Hard medical evidence suggests that certain types of treatment are far more superior at treating this problem. A study by Woodward, Cook, Gargan, and Bannister found 93% of the patients studied under chiropractic care for chronic whiplash injuries had improved. They further stated, no conventional (medical) treatment has proven to be effective in these established chronic cases. Without understanding these basic truths about whiplash, the general population is at the mercy of the insurance industry. The insurance companies know the facts, and they spend millions of dollars each year to hide them. They use high-powered attorneys to fight claims and intimidate people. If you've been injured in an auto accident, it's important to remember whiplash is real. It can be serious, and it must be treated properly. The key to successfully treating whiplash injuries is to find a medical provider who specializes in this area and has a long track record helping accident victims recover from their injuries. The specialist must also be able to document your injuries precisely and communicate effectively with your attorney, the insurance company, and in court if necessary.